irritable bowel, I still can't even say it right. Irritable bowel syndrome. Welcome back. Thanks for being here. This is one of my last videos to do. We're in between 50 to 60 days, so nearing the end of my 60-day journey with CBD in terms of this particular season. And so I'm going to report on the also exciting and also interesting subject of irritable bowel. I still can't even say it right. Irritable bowel syndrome. Now, before I go any further, I want to make sure I disclose this because I didn't the first time around when I mentioned it. I have not actually been diagnosed by a medical professional that I have IBS. I have more or less done my own self-diagnosis based on the research that I've done and my symptoms. I just didn't go to the doc because I kind of figured they would just give me another prescription, and I just really wasn't in the mood to pop more pills and have to be on anything else. So this is why my journey with CBD was so important to me, because I really was hopeful that this would be of benefit to me. And based on the past research that I had done, there was quite a bit of research. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of research. There's some research done on CBD and obviously IBS. So just to kind of get back to that, I actually did not experience a whole lot of benefit for it probably took about 30 days before I started to experience some benefits. Didn't really see a lot of benefit or a major change until 45 days. So want to make sure, those of you who are watching this, sorry for my hand, I'm trying to get comfortable here, I apologize. Those of you who are watching this and who are suffering from this, or maybe something else, whatever it may be, keep in mind, not everything happens overnight. Some things take longer than other things. It all depends on the individual. So for me, it took 30 days before I started to feel some difference in my condition, and then another 15 days after that before I really started to feel like, wow, I'm starting to feel normal again. This is amazing. So let's talk about the constipation first. It took about 30 days before I started to really start to see the benefits of that. Now keep in mind, the entire time I've been on this journey, I have not taken anything in terms of supplements to help me with the constipation. I was taking a liver cleanse almost daily, which was not good. It wasn't designed for that, but it's the only thing I could find that worked. Nothing else would work. Over the counter anyways. I tried everything. Metamucil, psyllium husk powder. I still do the stuff every morning. Stool softeners, you name it. Everything that you could try and do, powders, mixes, whatever. Nothing was working. So about 30 days in, I started to feel much better, more regular. At this point in time, I am, pretty much regular 9 days out of 10, which is awesome. And I'm not dealing with the, the discomfort of the bloating and the cramps and the pains and all those things. That started to subside probably after about 2 weeks, but it's to the point now to where I really don't have very much of that at all, unless of course I eat something that's really bad. I did have some crappy frozen burritos the other day. I have no idea what was in them. They looked bad, they tasted bad. Trying to read the ingredients and figure out what was in there was challenging, to say the least. So, I've definitely developed, I think I have a sensitivity to certain things, of course. That did bother me, eating that. So I'm much more careful about what I ingest. But that's the other thing, too, that's been very interesting to me through all of this. I found that as I looked back at the things that caused a lot of irritation, one thing that really came to mind, because I would have a lot of irritability after I had lunch, typically. And my main beverage with lunch was coffee and creamer. Not a big morning coffee guy. I'd rather have juice, and I usually do my morning, drink of Metamucil or something similar with vitamin C and juice. That's kind of my morning thing to kind of hydrate for the day, at least get a good start on hydration. So, as far as that was concerned, I really started to notice that after lunch, after I had a bunch of coffee and creamer, and usually I have coffee with my creamer, mind you, that's when I really started to get the cramps and the bloating and the gas and the discomfort and all of that. So I just quit drinking coffee, flat out. I just said to myself, if I know that this is irritating me, I'm going to quit drinking it. And it's been easier to do because it's summer, it's hot. Not really interested in a hot beverage. Even cold coffee really isn't. I've just switched to tea. So I find that tea is great. It's wonderful. And with tea being a substitute for coffee, I actually feel a lot better. And I enjoy it more. So that's kind of what I've been doing there. But one thing that really stood out to me and I paid a lot of attention to was, what is my body telling me? I really feel that with CBD I've had a better mind and body connection. And I've also just been much more in tune and focused on the connection between my mind and my body. And if my body's telling me something, what's going on? Why is it telling me that? Why is it doing what it's doing? And so because of that, I was actually able to realize that, a couple of things that I was ingesting or doing, they were not really helping me much. So I knocked a couple things off, coffee being one of them. I think that was really about it. And started to, notice that I wasn't really having that issue as much. But all of the other issues were still there. So that did help. So I'm just saying this, if there's certain things that you're ingesting or taking or whatever that are bugging you, quit doing it. CBD isn't going to solve everything. You got to solve some things for yourself. And if you're eating something or drinking something that your body doesn't like, quit doing it. Okay? Because your body's trying to tell you, stop. I don't like this. It bothers me. I thought maybe I was lactose intolerant or it was gluten or something else, but it wasn't. It was maybe the ingredients in the creamers. I don't know. But coffee has always been kind of hard on my stomach. So with that in mind, that helped a bunch. But being patient was the biggest thing. Being consistent and being patient. I can tell you right now, I'm at about 55 days in. And I waited to do this video because I didn't want to do this video until I really felt I gave it enough time, because I was really starting to notice that 30 days, 45 days, I was just gradually starting to really feel a lot better. At this point in time, I'm taking nothing. Haven't taken anything since I started this journey with regards to my constipation, my digestive system. I haven't done anything else but just follow my regimen with the CBD. And I am a lot better. So again, I'm not a doc, you know this. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I have IBS. I have all the symptoms of IBS. So I'm just going to say, look, if you have symptoms similar to IBS, or if you have IBS, you've got to consider this as a possible solution for you, because it really has worked well for me. And again, it's just another thing on the list of things that, I continue to conquer, with CBD in my regimen, and it's amazing. So with that in mind, this is just one less thing that I have to deal with on a daily basis, and man, it feels so good. And it feels so good not to be taking stuff that I know is ultimately going to have a negative long-term impact. And it could have screwed up my digestive system to some degree, and my digestive system maybe just needed some recovery time and needed some help to get back to being somewhat normal. Now keep in mind, me being off the pain pills, me being off the anti-inflammatories, I'm not taking that either. All of that helps. And the probiotics, should be taking those daily. I'm not. That's something else that's recommended. So my suggestion is, do the probiotics, do the CBD, stay off the other stuff that is going to bug you. And I think you'll ultimately have good results, much like I have. So that's where we are. Feeling good, feeling better every day. It's awesome. And I'm just so excited that I can share this with you, and I appreciate you being here And hopefully, somebody listening to this will take my advice and give it a try and ultimately experience, just being normal as far as that's concerned, feeling normal anyways. So that's it for now. I'll be with you. I'll be back shortly to follow up on my flare-up follow-up. That's something I really feel is going to be important because my last video with regards to my shoulder was something I really need to follow up on based on what I've been through there. So I'll do that with you. And then we'll be on to our final chapter for this particular season of CBD Changed My Life. And I've got a lot to fill you in on. So just stay tuned, stick around. There's more to come. I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you being here. If this content was of benefit to you and you'd like to see more of it coming your way, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. And of course, if this could be of benefit to somebody you love or care about, please make sure and share it with them. Of course, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, let me know why so I can do a better job moving forward. And lastly, if you are currently taking CBD or considering taking CBD moving forward, again, I'm not a medical professional, so I'm not here to give any sort of medical advice. I'm only here to give you some guidance and some knowledge. Make sure that you have that conversation with your doctor, your psychiatrist, your medical professional before you start to take CBD, especially if you're taking other medications, so they can help guide you along the way. I wish you the best. Good luck to you. I'll see you soon.